if we're actually going live.
Oh, we're live already?
Yeah, since we got tornado warnings. Or did.
You should try to share it with that tornado girl they got a part of.
Okay, we're not live on YouTube.
At least not yet.
Live on Facebook.
We're live on YouTube now.
Alright, good morning guys. We're going to give it a minute or two for the notifications to go out. But as you can see, we're back on the road here, coming up on more severe weather. I will fill you guys in here in a moment. Let's go to our YouTube feed. Alright, I see we are live on YouTube. Live on YouTube. Snook Family Studios says hi, love your work. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Los Angeles.
So I'm reading the comments. That pops up on my screen. It's bad when you're trying to read your own comments and you have ads popping up. Another one says, hey gorgeous, where are you at? Where in Iowa are you? I'm in Cedar Rapids area, says Dave Elliott. I will fill you guys in momentarily. We just had a tornado warning just north of us. I'll give you all the details of that here in a second. Let's venture over to the Facebook live feed real fast. Look at the comments. Looks like we got Michael, Leslie, Duma, Tiffany Hunt, two others joining. Jessica Birch says, good morning, Brittney Richardson. Good morning, Jessica, or Jessie. Good morning, Jessie. All right, good morning, good morning. So, we are back. Bear is driving. So, we stayed up all night, drove all the way to northeast Kansas, and made a pit stop, got about 3-4 hours of sleep. And we've got 2 rounds of severe weather today, so we decided our best chance was to try to get some sleep. And woke up and saw that the worst case scenario, it appears, for today is occurring, which is clearing, as you can see in front of us. It is bright and sunny behind this first round of severe weather. We've got 2 rounds of severe weather. We're currently in the Kansas City area right now, heading northeast. Is that an accident? No, that's an old one. Yeah, that's an old one. We're currently heading northeast from Kansas City up to Iowa is our target zone today. We're going to be just south of Des Moines by about maybe 40 minutes to an hour, where they're expecting supercells. We've got 2 rounds of severe weather. The storms you're looking at right now in front of us up in the Kansas City area, which are stretching back up into Iowa, that's the leftovers of last night's severe weather that has moved into Iowa and Missouri. And that is round number 1 for this morning. Once that passes, as you can see, back to the clear skies here, it is bright and sunny behind these storms. This is the worst case scenario for today for severe weather, because that means you're going to get intense daytime heating, setting us up for a second round of severe weather here about 1 p.m. Central Time, anywhere from central Iowa all the way down to northeast, north central, and even parts of northwest Missouri today. So it is 10:30 a.m. right now. So we've got really 2 rounds. We've got multiple here for one of these cells in front of us. We didn't have an active tornado warning for that one, so I think that one's kind of weakened. But we are just hitting the road this morning, and we're going to be in that target zone. We've got a 10% hatch. I'll show you guys what we have here, and then I'll check on the comments. All right, there we go. National Weather Service forecast. here's what we currently have as a setup. Like I said, we're down here by Kansas City. We're going to be heading up that 35 up into that hatched area and then going east. The reason being, this area in Missouri that's hatched has a lot of hills and trees. We're going to try to stay just north of the So we're going to drive up just south of Des Moines today. There could be a few tornadoes in this first round of severe weather that you see ahead of us. And then we're expecting a second round around 1 o'clock. Let me show you what we've got on the radar here. There you go. That's the current radar. All of these storms are essentially left over from what was in Kansas earlier. All these Kansas storms have moved back up into Iowa. As you can see right here, we're right behind this main line here in Kansas City of severe storms moving northeast. But this is round number 1. If you look back here to the west, you see the circulation center. This is that low pressure center that was in western Kansas yesterday. It is moving east up into Iowa today. And you see some of these little storms behind the main line there that are kind of just circling. That's what we're expecting as that low pressure center moves back into Iowa today. We're expecting, let's see, where am I at? Here we go. Once that low pressure center moves into Iowa, we're expecting spin ups in this clear area, which is sunny, by the way. As you can see right here, looks like this. You've got that max daytime heating in this clear area behind it. So as that low and clear area moves into Iowa, that's where you're going to see these supercells start to pop up from like 1 to 3 p.m. behind this main line. And that's really what our target is today, is those supercells. But I was going to wait to go live till a little bit later, till I got some more energy drink in me. I've been mixing together a Zip Fizz and a Red Bull and all kinds of crap to keep myself awake here. And Breed Timmer, by the way, is already up there in Iowa, ready to go. Looks like he's staging up by Des Moines. So those guys drove all night, literally straight up to Iowa. So we took us a little nap, and we're trailing behind the rest of the... Let's see what comments we have here. We have quite a few watching here on Facebook. Lance says, good morning from northern Manitoba, Canada. Good morning, all the way up in Canada. Canada, eh? Let's go to some of the YouTube comments over here. We're multicasting on several platforms here, so I have to jump from platform to platform to be able to see these comments. All right, it is 11:40 a.m. in Toronto, Canada, and sunny. So it is 10:40 a.m. here, Central Time. So you guys are an hour ahead of us up there in Ontario. I have storm chased with the TIV2, and Sean Casey says Snook Family Studios. I bet that was epic. You're a brave lady. I can't, let's see. How can you do it? I don't know, honestly, to tell you the truth. It's in my blood. It's one of those things. I always run towards the danger instead of away from it. It's like, you know, you'd normally think something's kind of wrong with you, right? But that's why you want to get the proper training so you can actually help people while you're running into the danger. You know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Carol Polly. Hey, Carol. I have not heard from you in a while. I'm home still. Lucas and Anna, we have already, let's see, we've already had a tornado warning. Yes, we are actually heading up I think we're heading up your way, Carol. Aren't you on I-35? Like in northeast Missouri? We are literally going to be traveling the whole length of I-35, going back up towards Des Moines this morning. We're in northeast Kansas, anywhere near Salina. No, we passed through Salina last night. We live up by Kansas City. Just so you guys know, like our permanent place that we live and dwell is Kansas City area. So that's where we headed to last night from Dodge City. We traveled all the way across the state of Kansas to get out here and get a nap in before this next round of severe weather hits. But let me show you this while I'm thinking about it. Look at the tops on some of these storms. Now this is the leftover round from last night, which I say leftover as if it's insignificant, but many of these have been long tracked severe weather with history of tornadoes, or tornado warnings I should say. But you can see how solid the cumulus clouds are going up into what's almost trying to develop into an anvil there on the corner. So these storms are definitely packing a punch this morning. So if you're out and about in the Kansas City area or northeast up to Des Moines, definitely keep an eye to the skies, because any of these storms have the potential for producing all hazards, from large hail, damaging winds, and even some tornadoes, as we've seen. Glenn Hunter says, "What's up?" from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Let's see. Carol Polly says, "I am in Lucas today, right where the storm is supposed to hit." Really? That is crazy. We're going to be in your area more than likely. Let's see. Yeah, let me show you guys what our target zone is here. So right now we're kind of targeting this Decatur City area. You've got a nice wide pull-off here. 2 highway runs east and west through Omaha. So if I zoom out here, you guys can see it's just south of Osceola, just south of Des Moines. And to give you a perspective, here we are in the Kansas City area. So we're going to be just across the Iowa border there. And that's where you get into that hatch tornado risk for like the 1 to 3 p.m. range, and then we're going to be able to travel either north or east depending on where those storms are. It looks like Reed Timmer stayed somewhere in the Des Moines area. So we're all kind of converging back on these storms. It's really kind of crazy because you had so many storm chasers from last night that were in a convoy. I mean, at one point, so to give you guys a visual, at one point we were looking out the rear view mirror and the side mirrors, and we're talking like at midnight, right? Western desolate Kansas. All you see is this line of cars as far as the eye could see. These were all storm chasers chasing this round of severe weather. We have about half of those storm chasers or more that have driven all night long, and they are converging on northern Missouri and Iowa. We're kind of the ones that are trailing behind because we chose to take a nap. So, well-deserved nap. It was so bad this morning. We were so tired, I'm telling you what. So, it's never good to drive tired, so we took a nap. We're trailing behind everybody, but everybody is converging on Iowa today. So, here in a few minutes, I'm going to check in on John Hale. John Hale is one of the guys with the that was convoying with the funnel patrol. That video we did with the black and white tornado pursuit vehicle a couple weeks ago. So he's apparently up in Missouri or Iowa. I'm not sure where he converged, but I'm going to check in with him here in a few and see what his update is and what his plans are. Excuse me. Good morning from Cornertown, Pennsylvania. Good morning, good morning. Looks like we should get some of the storms later this evening in west central Indiana. Yeah, it looks like Indiana, I think Indiana's under the gun for tomorrow as well, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken on that. Don't hold me to it. I'm a sleep-deprived storm chaser, so bear with me. Let's see. R.C. Moore says, good morning from South Carolina. We got a lot of people on the East Coast today watching. Larry Stobbs, what happened to Road Rescue? You're looking at Road Rescue right now. So we own a roadside business where we do motorist assist, hence the pink vehicle. This is a motorist assist vehicle. We go out and do roadside assistance, help people who have flat tires. We can do winching. We've recovered vehicles that like slide off the road. We can pull them back on the road, get them going. So this is an extension of Road Rescue. I mean, we're out there doing that. We're going where the danger zone is, where you're going to have trees down in the road, you're going to have flat tires, you're going to have people wrecked, you're going to have, God forbid, if anybody gets hit by a tornado today, you're going to have, you know, people who need rescue and assistance, so of all kinds. So that's what we're here for. We are Road Rescue, and as is our policy, we like to go out and storm chase and put ourselves, you know, in that high risk area where we can actually help people. We are a nationwide company. We're not in every state yet. We're in about 6 states, but we are growing. Our plans is to be coast to coast with this company. So good morning from Eastern Iowa. We are set up here, says Britt Smith. Awesome, awesome. We will be in Western Iowa, just south of Des Moines, West Central Iowa, I should say. You guys can kind of see ahead if we zoom in here. Some of these storm tops. This is facing northeast towards Kansas City from, looks like we're at the 228B. So we're in Olathe area right now. It's viewed looking northeast towards Iowa. You can definitely see some strong storm clouds up there. But we are amped up and ready to get into the target zone today. We had a blast meeting up with various storm chasers last night. Got a lot of fun, cool, exciting clips last night in Dodge City with some of the other chasers out there. So this is one of those things where, you know, we're out. Our main motivation is to help people, but we have a blast doing it. Just as you should with anything in life, you know. You should find your calling. Find what you love to do, and make sure it's a win-win, you know, something you enjoy doing and something that helps other people. Ignoring the fact that it was storming its ass off this morning in Kansas, now it's 70 and sunny. Yeah, we'll just ignore that fact. Yeah, so you know something funny. So when we made a pit stop up by Kansas City, so what do they got over here? Oh, it looks like an accident or something.
Paramedic tow truck, 3 police.
Yep. Fire trucks blocking off the lane. So if you guys are traveling southbound on I-35 through just south of 635, it looks like you've got quite the backup here in Kansas City. So be prepared for delays. Looks like you've got the right 1 or 2 lanes shut down due to an accident. But yeah, so back to that. So we get back to the Kansas City area. Mind you, we're chasing tornadoes all night long, right? Not seeing really anything. The one storm almost produced a tornado, and then everything else was like fizzling. So we come back to Kansas City. We're gonna take a nap, right? We go to sleep. I wake up. Unbeknownst to me, while I was asleep, we had this tornadic supercell. Tornado warning after tornado warning after tornado warning just to our west, like county west of us. So we're trying to chase all night, don't catch anything. We go to sleep, and immediately we have these tornadic supercells race through just west of us. So we just missed that. So it's kind of funny you say that about the sun coming out. But I have a feeling we're going to see a lot today, as you can see here in front of us. The sky is really starting to turn quite dark here. We are just short of Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri is what we're going to cross into. But we will be live all day long. So we're going to bring you guys into the action. You guys will get to see what we see. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to check the radar and see, make sure we don't have any more tornado warnings out here. So that's kind of a live view of the radar right here. As you can see, we're just behind this area of severe weather. These are some of those cells that earlier had a tornado warning. Now they're just showing severe thunderstorm warning. We will likely be crossing through some of those as we go up I-35. But as you can see back here, you know, we've just got bands and bands and bands of storms forming, especially back to the west as you have that low pressure center moving back into Iowa this morning. See what these storm warnings say. It looks like they have 60-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah, it looks like 60-mile-per-hour winds are the main threat with these. So it looks like just strong winds. You'll have some broken down tree limbs, maybe some slight damage to siding or trees. 60 mile per hour is like on the lower limit of severe, so. But we are expecting those big storms out later. Let me see here. We have a tornado. Let's see. Oh, I missed this, guys. So we do have a tornado watch issued south of Des Moines, Iowa now. This highlighted area here in yellow is all a tornado watch. Let's look at the details of this. Looks like it's in effect until Tuesday morning and evening from 10:20 a.m. until 6 p.m. So this is the tornado watch of the day for these expected storms. Primary threats include a few tornadoes, a couple of intense tornadoes possible with scattered large hail, isolated very large hail events to 2 inches in diameter with 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So any of these storms today that do become severe have that potential to have all modes of severe weather, including tornadoes and maybe even some very large tornadoes this afternoon. Kind of a rule of thumb is if you look where Reed Timmer is at, if he's taking an armored, let's put it this way, if Reed Timmer is taking an armored vehicle into a severe weather zone, you're probably going to have some pretty intense tornadoes, all right? That's just like a farmer's general, rule of thumb. Yeah, that is definitely the first tornado watch. That goes all the way down to Kansas City, Missouri even. Yeah, so that is literally our tornado watch for the day. And it's going till 6 p.m. So. Yeah, you can definitely tell a huge contrast with these storms versus what we were seeing yesterday. We have some almost hilarious footage in western Kansas where we sat there for hours watching. Let me see if I've got a clip for you guys. We were watching the skies in western Kansas yesterday, expecting these storms to blow up, and nothing happened. It was like many hours of, yeah, there you go. That's sitting over in Spearville, western Kansas. It was like that for hours. We'd watch these little puffs of clouds start to develop, and then they would just disappear, and hours of that without any storm development. Contrast that with today. These storms are already developed. We have round after round developing up close to this low. You definitely have a lot more instability. You're going to have a lot more rotation too as you go further north up towards that low pressure area. I am kind of watching this lowered base over here. Yeah, we have something on this corner. You guys see that? So this is Kansas City, Missouri we're looking at right here. This is a view to the northeast, looking up towards I-35. We definitely have kind of a lowered area on the back side of these storms. We'll get a better view of it here in a minute as we start going farther north. Yeah, this is definitely a big contrast from yesterday. How far were we in, Bear? Like 10 hours, 12 hours into the chase before we saw our first severe storm, or?
I think it was about 10 hours in.
Yeah, we chased for about 10 hours before we had our first severe storm. Contrast that with today. We're in hour number 1 of our chase, coming through Kansas City, headed towards Des Moines, Iowa, and already we're coming up on severe storms ahead of us with a tornado watch. So things got active real quick this morning. Let's see if I can find that lowering I was showing you guys.
This could be just like in the Twister movie, except instead of it being the guy's mom, it's my sister that gets sucked up by a tornado.
Oh God, I hope not.
Well, she lives in Des Moines, so.
To be honest with you, like that's another thing that was kind of bothering me about today, and the thought of not going. Why are we coming to a stop, guys? Come on now. But yeah, just the thought of like the slightest of 0.5% of what if something, you know, their place got damaged or they needed help or whatever. I would want to be there for family, so. I know, you need over-checker. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see from here. We'll get a better view as we leave Kansas City. Things will open up as we go up 35. But right now we have a lot of stop and go traffic here in Kansas City. If you're out traveling this morning in Kansas City, not only keep an eye to the skies, but also these roadways are wet and kind of slick.
Keep a good, appropriate following distance.
Yeah, look at this. We've got another backup. This is southbound going into Kansas City on I-35, I-29. Looks like they're coming to a standstill over there. Getting honks already. Lots of honks. So that is a view looking east-northeast out of Kansas City. You can see the back lower side of that first round of severe weather. That's that lowered cloud base that I was kind of watching. It doesn't look like much from here. You've got a rain shaft over to the right, and then you have a rain-free base over to the left. But I'm not seeing any like major wall cloud or anything else at this point. Definitely some scary looking clouds. You got 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's the main hazard with these storms moving through, but there is the potential for tornadoes to develop at any time today. So definitely keep an ear to weather radio and an eye to the skies. Oh yeah, check that out, guys. We got some pretty good cloud tops. This is a view looking more towards the northwest, back towards northern Missouri, back towards Iowa direction. Yeah, you should have some pretty good pretty good cumulus clouds developing there on that south end. Today's pretty well going to be with the sun coming back out and the daytime heating as a result of the sun being out. You've got a lot more heating to provide a lot more lift for these storms. It provides a lot more energy for these storms to develop. So we're just expecting round after round after round of severe weather. You've got some pretty good cumulus tops looking back further east of Kansas City as well, trailing to the south there. Jason says, hey Brittany. Hey Jason, good morning, good morning. Hello, you guys, be safe out there. Thank you for what you do. Truckers Anonymous. Thank you, Truckers Anonymous. We appreciate that. Okay, I love this one. We got a cow. Another cow. Oh no, I think that was the same one. Yeah, that was like one of my favorite scenes from Twister. By the way, guys, okay, so just so you guys know, the new people joining, following the page, I'm not a meteorologist. I am a trained storm spotter. I did study college level meteorology when I was 11, 12 years old, going into 15 as a teenager. I was studying college level books on meteorology. I was going to become a meteorologist, and I just didn't want to get stuck in an office, and I didn't want to spend all this money for a college degree that I wasn't going to use other than the skill of, you know, the knowledge of it being out in the field. I wanted to chase storms. That's what I wanted. And so I'm not a trained I'm not a meteorologist, but I am well versed in this. I've been chasing since I was 16 years old, so I've been chasing quite some time. But on that note, so we have the Twister movie. I think it's called Twisters this time with an S. Twisters. It's coming out this summer in July, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this summer, who's all going to see the new Twisters movie? I cannot wait. I can also attest, meeting a lot of these storm chasers yesterday at various locations. Some of these guys it's just like something straight out of Twister. Like, we have the body cams rolling with us. I have a body cam now. Jordan has a body cam so that we can bring you guys out with us when we're out of the vehicle too. But I can tell you, like, it is like living that movie, because you have so many crazy characters in a good way. I wouldn't say we've met anybody who's like irresponsible or anything like that, but just fun, loving, you know, hilarious people that really get excited about severe weather, and they're in it for the study of it, the science, the excitement, helping people. Like, I don't think one person out there yesterday, you know, didn't care about helping people, which we thought was just awesome. But anyway, who's gonna see that Twisters movie? So we should get like a big get together, go see the movie. Imagine we get together like a whole bunch of crazy Brittney fans and go storm the theater. It'd be freaking awesome. Jason says, hey Brittney. So today is going a lot better than yesterday. We're off to a great start. Already an active day. So also, these blue areas here on the screen are power outages. That's not always due to severe weather, but in this case, since it is in the severe weather zone, it's more than likely because of the severe weather. So you do have some power outages. You got some severe storm warnings there. significant weather advisories, weather statements, just back to the west of Des Moines there, or Omaha. You got Omaha, Lincoln, and then there's Des Moines. Yeah, it's going to be an active day. This whole entire area is under a tornado watch, where you see it highlighted here in this yellow, going all the way up south of Des Moines. So we will keep you guys with us as we progress through the afternoon here. David Ford says, I love storms and I love watching tornadoes. Every time it gets bad over here in Kennett, Missouri, I go outside and look at the sky. I am the same way. I think it's in our blood. David Ford says, I've always wanted to be a storm chaser. That is awesome. I love it. Storm chasing should be on US 73 or 75. That's where the action will be. Thank you, Dale. Do you miss over-the-road truck driving? Asks Phil. Believe it or not, I don't. I really don't. That's something that before I would have missed. And the funny thing this time around, like I miss some of that. Like I can think of all the good memories, right, that I had in the truck. The fun moments out over the road. But do I miss it? No, I don't. And that's never happened before, because there's been a couple of times over my 11-year truck driving career where I stepped out of the truck for a local job, and I couldn't stand it. You know, it's in your blood, and you just itch to get back in that big semi truck and go truck across the country. You love the adventure and the excitement, and it's like something you can't quite get away from. This is the first time in my life where, yeah, I have all those great memories and it makes me smile, and I had fun doing it, but at this point I don't miss it. It's like that part's gone. So, and I think the big reason is because now we have a pink vehicle of our own that's an SUV, and we're actually out where we can go anywhere. You know, we're not limited to where we can take this vehicle, and with this job we can directly stop and help people throughout the day. I can go meet fans as we expand to different areas. We've hired a lot of fans to work with us with our roadside assistance company. So like I said, we're in 6 states. We have a lot of fans that work with us. I love this. I love this so much more than I ever did truck driving, law enforcement, fire rescue. You know, this job kind of combines all of it, right? Because if you roll up on an accident, you're playing more of like a rescue function until cops, police, fire, EMS get there. You know, people slide off, you have accidents, we're out there to recover the vehicles. So cops rely on us to clear traffic. So if they have a lane of traffic blocked, guess who they're calling to get the lane cleared, because we've got equipment that can move it. So I love this. It's like an in-between position of, you know, all of those things that I've always loved to do. It's like this job combines all of those things that, you know, I've loved over the course of my life. Travel and you know, emergency work and helping people, and I just love it. I love it. Bakshi, is that how you say your name? I think I asked you that last time you were on here. Says, where are you from? So originally I'm from Missouri, but we currently live on the Kansas side of Kansas City, Kansas area. We're up by Kansas City, so we're in that general vicinity. That's where our main headquarters is. where we're from. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to leave this stream rolling. I got to take a breather for a minute or two, get some more, get some energy drinks here in me. But I'll leave this live feed rolling, and I will be cutting in to narrate and give you guys updates on active warnings and things that we encounter as we go along today. So we'll just bring you along this whole entire event as things get active here in the Central Plains. I think my voice is about to give out after yesterday. Oh wait, hold up, guys. Tornado warning. This is a little bit farther north, but we have a tornado warning now, it looks like, in this cell. This is just north and west of Des Moines. It's like tornado warning till 11:45 a.m. This is radar indicated rotation, so nothing confirmed on the ground or anything at this point. But radar indicated rotation. Let's check in and see if Reed Timmer is live, since he was up that way. Might be able to get a live view from Reed. Is not live. It looks like he's timing his live for 2 p.m. Central Time. So it looks like he's targeting that 1 to 3 p.m. zone for his live stream. But we got an early start ourselves, so we're going to keep our stream up as we go along here. Center, so west of Omaha yet. It hasn't even really moved into Iowa. I think they're still thinking around that 1 o'clock range for when it'll be up there. But I am already excited that they have a tornado watch for the day. That's already a plus.
It is. So you get more of a chance to actually see one.
Definitely. Anytime you have a 10% hatched area, you have a major risk, so I'll just leave it at that. But I kind of expected to be a little further south and east than where Tap's at. But that said, I kind of like to target like the center of a risk area. That way you can go any direction. size and intensity of this low pressure area. I mean, it looks like an inland hurricane, even with the radar, the storm bands. I mean, it looks like something you would see in a tropical system, and here it is sitting right in the middle of the plains. Looks like Grand Island's kind of in the center of it, just west of Omaha, and that low pressure center, that turning, is going to be moving into Iowa. I think they're saying it should be moving just west of Des Moines or over Des Moines by like 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock range today. So just crazy how intense that low is. Reed Timmer last night was saying that it had like 990 millibars as the barometric pressure, which, to give you a perspective, that's low. I mean, that is getting more into like tropical system type low pressure center. So you've got a lot of strength to that that low pressure area. So right now I'm pulling up the storm reports. We're going to keep an eye on this today. This is the National Weather Service storm reports. And that red area is a report of a tornado. And that was from earlier here. It's not active, but looks like it was east-northeast of Smithville. That's in the Kansas City area. It's to the northeast. Clay County, Missouri. Comments say tree damage near Collins Road in Camp Branch area. Mobile home also flipped over. So, report of a possible tornado earlier in that Kansas City storm. So that is actually our first tornado report of the day, and it just happened like not long ago. They're supposed to be calling us.
They're supposed to be, but they have communication issues.
Chick-fil-A logo. Shows our dispatcher login. But nothing's showing up on the screen. It says I do.
Check it just to verify.
Yeah, it says connected. So I'll let it load and see if it'll actually load out all the way. Over by Trenton. He's not far from us.
Cool. Everyone's on the right track.
Gave it a good try.
Yeah, I ain't saying a yay or nay for any of that just because one tornado happens or one disaster zone and we could be there until midnight. So I ain't saying any yays or nays. something like that does happen and we need a place to sleep, I will definitely let you know, and we can sort something out. But yeah, until then, keep an ear out, keep an eye out. I don't want you guys to get sucked away either. But are you enjoying some time home with the rat, or are you itching to kind of get back to work? I mean, no matter what, I bet you're enjoying some time with the rat, but I also bet you're itching to kind of get back home, or not get back home, get back to work. I'm still waking up. Yeah, get back to work and start making the money.
Oh, God, excuse me. Tornado warning still ongoing up there. I wonder if they have any still radar indicator rotation. Whoa! This storm has produced a tornadic debris signature earlier, but the feature has dissipated. So that storm just northwest of Des Moines had a debris signature, which means it probably hit something.
Down below.
All the way.
The clouds that are hanging way down lower than the rest.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, what are we looking at ahead of us?
It's not too formed to be like a wall cloud or anything. Like, it doesn't have enough structure to it. It just looks like cloud, but it looks like it resonates from one spot. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's just kind of. It looks, from my vantage point, it looks like.
Okay, so all those other storms.
It's just like the tail end of it kind of hanging down. Likely 254 number.
We don't know any 254s.
No, we don't.
Is there a Walmart along this road?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Walmarts, I'm sure.
I need headphones. And this Sony ones we bought last time. Counting only works so much. Try and keep focus. What you can do is count 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, and then you keep skipping, and you get frustrated, and you go back, and you do it again. And then you have a conversation like, why am I skipping? Am I actually saying it? And then it's counterproductive of trying to counter ADHD with.
Poor bear.
Two things you do. Or three things. Love the bear, feed the bear, bear loves. We got one out of those three. Well, at least got the feed. I get my fruit cup.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
That's under the category of feed the bear.
Yep. That's not it. You can throw that away.
Yeah, this looks a lot different than I thought it would be today. I was imagining like complete overcast skies like that and just embedded storms. And I was like, it's not worth it if it's going to be hard to see where the tornadic storm's going to be. Yeah, this is definitely different. I'm really impressed by all those cloud tops over there. You just have a lot of cumulus building up to the northwest. Which storms those are. I'm guessing it's those ones by Bedford. They don't look like much on radar, but God, those look intense. start calling him Pepe Le Pew. It's just easier to say. The guy that follows Reed in his own life. But, yeah, last I saw, he was driving all night. He was exhausted, but he was pushing through. I don't know about you, but I felt so sick this morning. Like, felt like my hands were tingling and just like I couldn't even move right.
I felt tired, exhausted, and in pain. It turns out I'm so tired, exhausted, and in pain.
Poor bear.
And now I'm just going around sleep.
In the target zone.
Well, we're 78 miles away from our location. So we're less than an hour away. So how far until we hit Iowa?
Probably 30 minutes before that, so probably about 50 miles away from the Iowa border. Yeah, there you go, 48-mile marker, and I think it counts down. So we're like 48 miles from the...
Yeah, can we find one sooner?
Okay.
I know what you...
Use the Key stop with all these energy drinks up down here.
Yeah.
So at least run into the bathroom in a Walmart and then go from there.
Let's see if I can grab
It looks like there's one in this next town, or there's one. That one might be a better one. It's more rural. Let's see. That one's in 43 miles. There is one coming right up. .7 miles
Okay.
on 36.
Keep my attention and as focus on.
Yeah, at least that'll give you some headphones. Yeah, I wasn't going to kick on the live stream until closer to 1 o'clock, but...
No, I get it. I'm just, for me, still not being fully awake and everything else. Like, I'm obviously I can function. I mean, I can have a conversation. I can smile. I can wave. I can do everything I need to do. But it's the ADHD part of it. It's so hard to keep focused, like true attention on the road. So then the number one thing is the count. But when you're counting in your head, and then you're listening to something that's totally different, and then you're driving, you just can't keep track of what thing to do, and then you start going off in your head and daydreaming.
Yeah, I get it. Definitely.
Don't get donuts. You can get donuts.
That sounds so horrible to me.
You completely fucked my diet.
Sweets sound like the worst. Of course, you and I crave different things, but sweets sound like the worst thing to me just because
They had Godfather pizza too.
it makes me... Okay, now that I'm in.
Yeah. Think about
Salties.
donuts and some pizza.
Yeah, I could do the pizza.
In 2 miles, take exit 54 from
I actually wouldn't even crave bread. I would lick the toppings. I would lick it. No, I would scrape the
Did
toppings
it
off.
say 54?
Yeah, exit 54.
Okay. Yeah, the breakfast pizza at Casey's looks good, but I know one slice of that is anywhere from like 400 to 600 calories.
Oh yeah,
And I'm like,
definitely.
hell no. And the only other option they had was either a 70 calorie wrap or a 400 calorie chicken sandwich. I'd rather go for the chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
That's 400 calories. According to like 400 calories and like 19 grams of protein. So it's not the best metrics. Plus it was fried, so it has a lot of fats.
I literally stole to read Timmer's title. I noticed he was titling everything Tornado Outbreak live coverage or something to to that
Take
effect.
exit 54 from Missouri
I was like,
110, US 36 toward
that's a good
Cameron,
title.
Hamilton.
I'm just kind of surprised you didn't change the thumbnail. Kind of changed because everyone's kind of using like the radar style.
Because I'd have to sit here and Photoshop stuff together, and we didn't have time for that.
Yeah, but I mean, more than likely we're gonna end up having to
Take exit 54.
restart the live at one point.
Well, and plus I have to re-engage everything, disconnect this, set that. That's my only hesitation to it. If I could just like upload a thumbnail or just like control it on the app, it'd be a lot easier. It's left.
At the light, turn left onto I-35 Business Loop South, US 36 West.
And then it shouldn't be this next light because that's for the exit, but it should be like the following light. We'll make a right.
Isn't there a turn in this town too?
Oh yeah, we hit stopped in here on the way back from Chicago. So I think it's that exit up there. We'll exit to the right, and then the Walmart should be on the right-hand side after. We'll exit, turn right, and then right. Yeah, it's on the right. It's there.
Okay.
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the US 69, US 36 business ramp to Missouri 35, Cameron. Use the right lane to take the US 69 ramp, then slide right onto the ramp to US 69 North.
Okay, turn right.
Yes. Yeah, you can see the Walmart sign past the
Highway on a
Super 8.
highway on a highway.
Isn't it a weird setup?
Slide right onto the ramp to US 69
It's like a
North,
highway.
then turn right onto US 69
Off a
North.
highway, like you said, but then it turns into stoplights and stuff. So it's weird.
Turn right onto US 69 North, North Walnut Street, then turn right.
Oh, this is like a Walmart. They were like, damn, how can we?
I don't even know if this one have a bathroom.
The Walmarts are gonna have a bathroom.
It's like a mini. It's a mini-me. It's a mini Walmart. It's the Walmart Mini with a creeper van sitting out front.
They do it for style.
Yeah, I say our target zone is going to be that whole 10% hatched area. That's kind of our playground today. Other than that, that's it. It's already 11:52, and if the target time's between 1 and 3, by the time we get up there, it's going to be target time. Yeah, you did make really good time. Let's see, checking storm reports. Oh, we have the first tornado report in Iowa. So it looks like 2 miles east of Minburn, Dallas County, Iowa. Outbuilding sheet metal scattered in fields.
Debris already happening.
Yep, so there's been one tornado already taking out stuff. There's one in Nebraska, it looks like. Actually, 2 tornado reports. North Platte, 3 miles southwest of Platte Center, not North Platte, Platte Center, Nebraska, in Platte County. Emergency manager reported a tornado 3 miles southwest of Platte Center. Emergency manager reporting that the tornado is roping out and touching back down. So that was all within the last few minutes. So we've had 4 tornado reports today already.
Yeah, so that means there's no reason why we shouldn't get involved in them.
100%. At a mesoscale discussion for Sioux City, Omaha, Norfolk areas. That's just west of Des Moines, that western sector. They're saying a tornado watch may be needed out there even in the next 1 to 2 hours. It's not the target zone because all that's moving our direction, but this will tell you how strong it is. Skies have cleared across eastern Nebraska and western Iowa over the last hour, and rapid destabilization is underway. So they're expecting that in the next 1 to 2 hours, things are going to really ramp up. Sufficient instability will therefore, let's see, rapid cooling temperatures aloft, moderate instability, should support at least some hail and tornado threat this afternoon. So even out west, they're expecting more tornadoes, and then it's going to be even more intense in this 10% hatched area as it moves in.
Good.
So yeah, already a lot more action than yesterday. Looking like this storm here is starting to ramp up a little bit more. It has a severe thunderstorm warning over Trenton. It's looking a little more pronounced. In general, it's kind of heading northeast, kind of east of where we're targeting. Are we on 35 highway?
No, on 69.
Oh, we're taking like back way.
69 would have been the fastest way to get back to 35.
Okay, gotcha. Got a storm chaser over there right now. Chris Hall is on that storm.
Chris Hall's the same one that did the Waffle House song too last night.
I think that's funny. There's so many Hall people. Hall and Hales. There's several Hales, several Halls. You're just doomed to be a storm chaser if your name's Hale or Hall.
Yeah, and then they're gonna have a kid that's like, I don't want to do it.
But yeah, I'm kind of wondering, let me check, I wonder if there's any rotation in this one, but it's looking a little more favorable. If this one does go tornadic, that's something we might, depending on how fast it's moving, we might be able to intercept as we go up to that 2 highway area and turn east. See if we have any rotation on that cell.
The thing you have to think about is we don't want to be out of position either for the main one that's kicking out.
What's heading right in position of just east of where we were going to stage. It's like maybe 12 miles east of where we were going to stage, so it's like it's right in the target zone.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be out of position at all. Let me see what their rotation is showing. Velocity. Not seeing a whole lot on E1. Not seeing a whole lot on E2. storm over by Trenton that's moving north-northeast. It has 60-mile-per-hour winds, but it now has quarter-size hail in it. So you've got more updraft with it. So it's looking a little bit more favorable. And that's this one right here. Like there's a power outage in Trenton just occurred. Let's see if we got any storm reports for that one yet. I don't see any official storm reports, but yeah, we got a storm chaser. Chris Hall's on that one. It does look like they have some lowering on it. Definitely some lowered clouds to his left. He's moving north. Oh, that's that same guy that was in Greensburg yesterday.
Yeah, those are the guys who congregated around us. That's nothing's wrong with. I think it's cool when everyone kind of gets together because we all have so much in common.
I do too, but it's pretty much moving kind of north, like paralleling the highway. That's why I think since it's not tornadic yet, I think if by the time we get up to 2 highway, if we turn east, I think it's going to be coming up on 2 highway and we'd be in the perfect position to just like race and charge that wall cloud if there's any, and then close in on it.
Yeah, I gotta edit this photo.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
So I just need to edit it still. But I haven't had a chance to literally do anything. So I'll have to wait. We got a few popping up to the left. Those popping up back there weren't there.
The exciting thing about today is it's not like just 1 or 2 is going to pop up. Bless you. It's going to be like, since it's all like circulating around that center, it's going to be one blows up and rotates, and then it's going to be another blows up and rotates, and then another and another. So that's definitely ideal. I see like a shelf cloud. He's definitely got some lower clouds. So here's what we're watching, guys, if you're still tuning in here. So you can see us, we're down on 35, that's the Iowa border. Keeping an eye on this storm over by Trenton, just north of Trenton. It's severe. We've got a storm chaser on it. It's got quarter-size hail, so you've got a little more updraft. It's got a little larger hail than some of these other storms. We were gonna come up 35 and then over by Leon on 2 and then go east. So we may just, depending on what this storm does and if it goes tornadic, we may actually just race the wall cloud somewhere up on 2 and then intercept it here. We've got Chris Hall coming up on the back roads following this storm. We're on I-35 just behind Chris, so we're gonna try to get up ahead and then try to intercept along 2 up there. But it's this storm you're looking at right in front of us. This is the storm that's on radar. You can see kind of a shelf cloud there. So far I don't have a visual on any type of wall cloud. This one definitely looks a lot stronger though. Yeah, you've definitely got a lot more strength to this storm than some of the others. Some of the others had smaller hail. This one's got quarter-size hail. It means you have a lot more updraft. Whenever you have a lot more updraft, you have a lot more risk for tornadoes. You already have a tornado watch in this area as well. So I think we're gonna have round after round after round of storms nonstop until like 5 p.m. maybe even as late as 7. So we're just, this is going to be our first target storm possibly to intercept here, depending on what it does. Storm's moving 60 miles per hour to the northeast.
Yeah, I would take up a hot bit to catch up to that.
Definitely would, but at least we're going faster. So within the next hour, we should have a 15-mile gain. It's about 15 miles away, so it would be close. But it could go either way. I mean, this one could fizzle out too, or it could strengthen and go tornadic.
NSD warrants.
I can't without disconnecting the live. Can I do it on yours?
We can't dispatch a person online.
I fucking hate the live stream setup.
Oh, well, hang on. I just saw a destination as well. No, it's towing.
Okay.
It said a jump start at first, and then I saw a destination on that, and I went, that's wrong. And yeah, it says dead battery, and then it says towing. So, say that he rotates the camera.
Yeah, this is Chris Hall's view on that Trenton storm. You can definitely see some lowered clouds there as he's coming up on it. I'm not sure if you've got a well-defined wall cloud or anything at this point, but it's definitely a lowering compared to the rest of it. That's this storm up there that we're looking at from the outside. So, racing to the northeast, so I don't know how much we'll be able to catch up with it here. Who knows, by the time we get up there might be another storm popping up. I think there's one behind it as well. Yeah, we're a little ways behind it. guys can see all the storm chasers converging on northern Missouri and Iowa, like I stated earlier. Pretty much all of these guys have come from western Kansas overnight. We've all kind of recongregated up here. It's like pick a storm, any storm. Every one of us picked a storm. there too, in those upper, in that anvil area. So you just have a really, really strong updraft.
That would be my first photo to my radar.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do photos or submit photos or videos.
Well, my account has officially been verified in the last 5 minutes.
Yay! That's really looking more like a supercell. It's taking that classic shape. You have like the updraft in the center, and then you have the anvil. Wonder if that's tornadic yet.
A hook. No, not as much of one.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like it kind
It's like a
of,
little
but
bit.
it doesn't. It's just growing. It's growing. That's awesome.
It looks like it's set to cross 2 highway in like the next 20 minutes. So I think we're going to be way too far behind it unless it slows
If it's
down.
going to cross there in 20 minutes, we're coming up on 2 highway in 30 minutes.
But it's going to be about 20 minutes east now.
Oh, yeah. that's
So
not
we're
like
like
that.
50 minutes out. That's that storm there. We're still watching. Looks like we got another storm chaser off of 2 highway. Ryan Shaw. Looks like he's coming up on the northern end of that storm. Let's see what Chris Hall's seeing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a low one for sure.
God,
Now, well, to the left could be a wall cloud.
that's what I'm thinking. It's like really lowering. Here's Chris Hall's view live. You can definitely see a lowering on this thing. This is the storm in front of us. This thing definitely could become tornadic at any time, so.
Ho, ho!
Ho, ho!
How anal do you think they are about speed?
Pretty anal, it's Missouri. They're like 1 over, they'll write you a ticket.
Find out. They like us.
Probably thought we were fire rescue.
We are the appropriate speeds we need to be on this highway. Because there's no cameras.
God, he's got wild views. There's like all these little wispy things coming out of this cloud. And there's a lowering off to the left.
If it produces something, once again, at least we can be there to help out people. But I really want to actually see one in person, not someone's video of one we missed.
On the bright side, you can see the scenery changing up there. It's more like flatter and open. So we're about to get into more open territory. busted if he keeps going that fast. He's behind us. But it looked like a time lapse. A minute ago, it looked like a time lapse. He was racing up on those semi-trucks. Looked like he was going about 100. That's probably what the cops are looking for, is all the crazy storm chasers. They have officially issued a tornado watch as well. West of Des Moines, going back into Nebraska, Sioux City, Iowa, Norfolk, Nebraska, north of Omaha, north of Lincoln. So those are coming tornadic as well. That's in effect till 7 p.m. So just a whole area of tornadic storms today.
Okay, so once we get closer to our point, we need to figure out what we need to fuel. If we want to be not wanting to stop at all, we're above a half a tank. By the time we get there, we'll still be over half a tank, but I know we want to make sure it's like full.
There's like a old style Casey's over in Leon off of 2.
Okay.
So we could always fuel up there, maybe use the bathroom and then regroup.
Okay. There's a kind of the whole hidden thing that's with storm chasing, but especially when by classification you're not even in the storm yet.
Yeah, he is hauling ass.
Well, he needs to be careful.
Yeah, at this point, that one storm's kind of, I mean, any of these could become tornadic, but last loop looks like it's kind of weakened a little bit, so I don't see a need to like race 100 miles an hour at this point just to get into the target zone. I mean, we're already in the tornado watch right now.
Yeah, We are, and I understand a lot of the guys are just, they don't want to miss it, especially after last night, because every Storm Chaser video you're clicking on, it's the same ones that were there last night.
Yeah.
And we all kind of had the same idea of like, okay, let's just all head back up here in the morning, except I didn't want to, but we all kind of had the same mindset being like, let's just head up. Yeah, whenever we stop at Casey, that would grab actual coffee.
Sounds good. Not really seeing a whole lot of new storms or storm reports or anything like that. So, oh, that's a different guy.
The base pop is very good.
You're welcome. Do you want one of your other ones?
No, that's 600 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, I know.
And since it's all vitamins, so I don't want to sit there and overdo it. I need water and mix it all. Oh yeah, I guess that's why I also want that one more. That's all.
It looks like we're close to the Iowa border now.
Huh?
Looks like we're close to the Iowa border. We're not too far.
Yeah, I was confused because I thought it was counting down. Because when we were at the 40-mile mark, we were like, yeah, we're about 40 miles away from the border. And I'm like,
No, it was going up, apparently. I got my highways confused.
I can tell. So you confused me.
But it looks like the storm chasers are kind of... Where'd they go? Looks like they're kind of spread out over this whole, like, hatched area. Which is to be expected, but I'm kind of
also,
thinking...
some of those guys live in St. Louis. So they're probably also
just
heading
went
out there to kind of wait and see.
Probably. Yeah, I'm thinking if we kind of stage over there on 2, I lean towards, like, going further east on 2. That way we're right in the middle of the hatch and we can go any direction. But I kind of want to wait and see, too, where, like, the latest reports are saying if it's going to be more towards Des Moines or if it's going to be more south towards Missouri. More south towards Missouri wouldn't even be bad because being on the Iowa border, more south towards Missouri would be right where we're at. There's Puppy Le Pew. Live view from Pepe Le Pew. That's what I'm going to call him because I can't pronounce his last name. So I'm just going to say Pepe Le Pew. He's behind Reed Timmer.
That's a great thing and a bad thing all at once. It's a great thing he's right behind Reed Timmer because at least then he's going to get good footage. Downside of him being right behind Reed Timmer, people watching him are going to see where Reed is and bombard the vehicle again. I think today, though, Reed's got to be a little bit more like, guys, it's so awesome to see you, but I got to get going.
Yeah, because, yeah, definitely. Somebody said they're outside outside Knoxville, Iowa. Oh, they're not far from where we're going to be just to the south. So I wonder if they're kind of banking on... Oh yeah, Knoxville's kind of in the path of this storm that spun up, so they were probably kind of targeting that too. Once again, everybody's kind of targeting the same storm.
Same storm, just different angles on
how dead the trees look for it being spring. Yeah, they haven't really, spring hasn't really caught up to Iowa yet, apparently.
No.
Trenton, tree down on 12th and Merrill. There's a tree down on 12th and Merrill in Trenton, Missouri. So the winds, something took a tree out.
Oh, since they're all dead?
Right, they probably just fell over. Probably didn't take much. Ryan Shaw is where I was thinking of having us intercepted at. That's his view.
Okay.
Still got a pretty good, like, lowered area.
Is that on Highway 2 pull-off, or?
Yeah, that's, like, 15 miles east on Highway 2.
Oh, okay.
So he's still a little ways ahead of us yet. But we are we're really catching up with the storm overall. It's still probably going to go a little too fast, unless it, like, really slows down or something. But you also have a cluster of storms behind it as well. So... storm keeps rotating and circling in the same spot over and over and over.
Not gonna call people out by name because, you know, respect to the industry, but one specific dude is easily going over 100 miles an hour racing up here.
Talking to that one dude that I was looking at.
Yeah. And when I say easily, I mean like,
Yeah.
past the vehicle we passed, and when I passed him, I wish it looked as cool as that. Biggest thing is if someone's not expecting how fast he's going and tries to get around.
Ooh, there's another one that just went severe over by Trenton. That might be where that storm report came from, that tree. Severe thunderstorm warning. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter size hail. It's every bit as strong as the first storm. And guess what? It's moving in a similar path to the first one, just slightly east. It's heading between Corydon and Centerville, ultimately. But it's still a county south. It's still county south east of us.
That's an interesting development up here to the almost in front of us to the left. You look up in the clouds, it looks like it's like sucking itself in. It's hard to say by looking at it unless if you see what I'm talking about. So right over here, it's like it's a bowl, kind of like this, and it looks like the clouds are like cup. The only reason why that's kind of like interesting because that could mean rotation, doesn't mean wall cloud, doesn't mean any of that. It just means that there could be a rotation in there.
Here around this whole low pressure center, coming into like the eye of a hurricane or something. As you're approaching a hurricane, you have that same look to it. So I'll show you guys what we're watching here. We have a storm now just south near Trenton. It is severe, quarter size hail. It's a little more organized. It's racing in the same path, and as you can see, we're almost up here to 2 highway. So I think we can definitely get over there, get fueled, and then get ahead of this storm, maybe to intercept this one if it goes tornadic. We just received a storm report down near Trenton that they've got a tree down across the roadway. So it looks like these storms, and there's a power outage, so these storms are wreaking some havoc to our south.
Yeah, this is Iowa. Not even 5 minutes into the state and you get construction.
Yep. So if this trajectory, if this goes towards Corydon and Centerville area, you see how far that is from us, as far as like it's 53 miles down the road. That's where the trajectory of this next storm is going to cross, somewhere between these two towns. So if we wanted to spot, we would at least need to go to Corydon, which would be, it's about 40 miles east on 2 highway. Which that should be perfect. That's what I was targeting. Anything along 2 today is what I wanted to really focus on with the storms.
Okay.
So the only debate would be whether or not we have enough time once we get off to fuel up in Leon. We really should try to fuel up when they've used the bathroom real fast. That way we can just like chase these ones that do pop up. we're going in the right direction. I just read the latest update from the Severe Storm Laboratory. So they're saying, so from this side of the low, they're saying on the far southeast corner of the low is where you're going to have the most wind shear for tornadoes and the most favorable atmosphere for long track tornadoes, EF2 or bigger. They said that area is going to be in eastern and southeast Iowa. Now that sounds like a far ways away, but in reality, we're in the middle of the state of Iowa right now, and we're actually east of Des Moines on 2 now. So we're getting into southeast Iowa as we speak. So we're already in that prime region. So anywhere from here, all the way across the state of Iowa, and they're saying southern Iowa, northern Missouri. This whole sector right here is going to be the highest chance for major long track tornadoes.
Okay. I mean, you guide us where we need to go.
Yeah, so we'll probably hit this Leon, we'll top off with fuel, and then we'll probably venture further east. I was trying to debate whether we needed to go more towards that surface low or anything like that, but I don't think so. It looks like everything, all the elements are going to converge, like they're all coming together to converge right over this area here. So if anything, we'll end up like 1 hour east that way, and we'll be right in the center of the target zone. But I don't even know if we have to, we'll play it by ear. We'll see where the storms are trending. Yeah, this route's going to be nice because as you can see, you can still see things, but when you get into it, yeah, it should be a lot easier to be able to.
Speed here is 55. But because I didn't set, it's only on wet roads.
Nice thing is we're here right at 1 o'clock. They're saying between 1 and 3 is like the peak target zone. Go to 7. Cone zone. Welcome to Leon.
There's no way. Is this like the first?
I've never seen a Hy-Vee sign like that. Large.
About that quarter mile, where is this gas station?
Turn left.
Here, the comments I don't see. There we go.
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. We're going through a small town. Pink vehicle. We are pretty well Bigfoot to southern people.
Except we're not in the south. We're technically in the north. We're Bigfoot to northern people. That's even more extreme.
Your destination is on the right.
The northerners don't always see Bigfoot. A pink Bigfoot.
Unfortunately, we have to get regular gas again. That is why our gas tank is running out so quick.
So, I paid off one of my credit cards, all but like 20 bucks. So I want to put a couple of charges on credit card.
How do you use this? On there, do you just hit enter? This be credit?
I think so. It might ask you for your zip code, but it would be our zip code in Baldwin.
Okay.
Yay. That Trenton storm still looks kind of decent. They're not huge, but the one down south.
The one down south keeps keeping its consistency.
Yeah, it's still got quarter-size hail. Moving. That one's moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. That thing's racing north and east. Your purchase for $53 at the Casey's General Store was approved. Woohoo! At least they got parking over here. Yeah, let's get a plan here.
Well, not a plan. I just need to know where. How
Yeah,
you get
'cause-
back on the road.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like look at that shape. Either, but what's the risk? Field is in comparison to all that. It is freaking hot.
Or maybe I have a fever because I'm not hot at all.
Honestly, might open.
That's across the fucking state.
This hatched area is from. They're saying southeast Iowa is the target zone. So that's where I was thinking originally too. What is that? Bloomfield? Let's venture towards Bloomfield because at least then.
Head south on Northwest Church.
At least then we can kind of decide what to do. I just want to make sure we're in the middle of that severe risk area.
Do you want to close your gas lid? That's a diesel truck. He doesn't care about it. Google Maps is doing the stupid thing with me again. I will start using fucking Mudplot. That's right. I use a whole entire other fucking app for a whole different thing.
My shit keeps sliding. I pinned it down. I thumped it. But yeah, that's if you were to just ask me, what does your gut say? I think Griffin's more in Newbury.